Okay, let me make sure my chat good. All right, everything looks solid, man. Contender regime boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? What's happening, man? We gonna do us a little pop-up live, right before the fight. It's a huge card tonight. Fantastic card, so much talent. The true definition of a showcase. If you want to see what great talent look like, if you want to see what American boxing has to offer, this is the fight that you got to tune into. You dig what I'm saying? So I want to chop it up with y'all, man. See how y'all feel. See what y'all got going on, man. What y'all thinking about these matchups tonight and what that could transpire into going down the line. Make sure you hit that like button as you slide through. And make sure y'all got y'all notifications on, because you never really know when I'm going to pop up on y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating my little fruit and shit, you feel me? Yeah. We gonna chop it up though. Shout out to the brother Mirror in the building. What's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Said Hackett TKO first round. Okay. Shout out to Jaleel Hackett, man. I like that kid. I like that kid. Real humble kid, man. Got a good head on his shoulders, and he can fight. I'm glad he got the TKO. I didn't see any of the preliminary fights. I believe the Anthony Peterson from DC, Lamont Peterson brother, I believe he was supposed to fight tonight too. Did he already fight? If anybody know, let me know. And if he did, what was the outcome? What happened? Yes, sir. But it's gonna be a great card tonight. A great card. I'm really interested to see what type of statement Demetrius Andre makes as his first fight dealing with PBC. Shout out to the brother Mono, the boss in the building. What's good? Say Chicago in here, Tank 6-7. I can see that, bro. I can see that. I think Tank gonna end up getting him out of there. What was my prediction? My prediction was I said like late round, like between like 8 and 10. Somewhere between 7 and 10, 8 and 10. But I could definitely see 6. My boy, shout out to my boy Justin Coleman. You know what I'm saying? He told me, he had texted me earlier today. He said he think Tank gonna stop him in 6. So I could definitely see that. Shout out to the brother Dominique Miller in the building. What's good, man? Appreciate you for pulling up. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm really excited, bro. I think this is gonna be a huge. There's gonna be a huge spotlight on Tank Davis tonight. He gonna have an opportunity to put all that negative energy to bed. He gonna have an opportunity to send a message to Ryan Garcia, because that's supposedly the next fight. So, you know, go ahead and put a demonstration down on this dude, Hector Luis Garcia, who is a really good fighter. I actually think that Hector Luis Garcia might be stylistically or just fundamentally skill-wise. I think he could be a tougher match than Ryan Garcia. I'm not saying that Ryan Garcia is not a good fighter, that he don't pose no type of threat. I think he's more so athleticism, speed, and power, and Hector Garcia is more skillful. So I think he could present some things, some different looks for Tank Davis. Ryan Garcia, I think that's gonna be it's gonna be a different fight stylistically. You know what I'm saying? But I'm expecting Tank Davis to come out here and make a statement. You know what I'm saying? Get it in. I really want to see what Rashidi Ellis and Jaron Ennis do. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that I believe that both of them will call each other out after their fights tonight. That's what I'm hoping that's at least what I'm hoping. Because what I saw at the press conference was a potential rival, that type of energy that I saw. I saw, both guys testing each other, kind of seeing where their energy at, seeing where their heart at, and I believe if Rashidi Ellis go in there and get a spectacular knockout or put on a great performance, I think that'll give him the confidence to call out Jaron Boots Ennis. And I believe that Jaron Ennis is going to be in the back, in the locker room, looking at the fight and going to want to go out there and whoop on Karen ass and put on a demonstration on him as well, and then call out Rashidi Ellis. That fight needs to happen next. If both guys perform great tonight, that fight needs to happen next. Say Coach Calvin said they putting everybody on notice. I believe him. I was watching the All Access, bro, and the level of focus from Tank's team is really like it put a smile on my face, because this is like what I believe when Tank is focused, bro, when he on his game, when he dedicated, staying in shape year round, staying active, when he in this mode, bro, he's one of the most unstoppable fighters. Between 130 and 140, bro, when Tank is in this type of mode, bro, it's different. It's different. He already got all the abilities. He got a great team around him, got a hell of a coach. You know what I'm saying? Great philosophy. Give him a great game plan going into the fight, good round by round instructions, something that you don't see from every fighter. A lot of times you hear a lot of hoorah in the corner in between rounds, but Coach Calvin actually be giving sound advice. So when you got a guy like that who is coaching an incredible talent like Tank Davis, bro, the sky's the limit. So with the focus behind them, they not taking this HECTOR GARCIA dude lightly. They going in there with the intentions to, put his ass in the dirt and really make a statement. That's what I want to see. Shout out to the Queen Tiffany Pipes in the building. What's good? Said Tank is full KO mode. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Good fight for Boots. Yeah, Rashidi Ellis. I think, hey, look, man, I'm with y'all as far as having Jaron Boots Ennis rated very high, because we see what we see on film. He obviously passes the eye test. He can do everything. But I think, just looking at comments and stuff, man, a lot of people overlooking Rashidi Ellis. I'm not saying that he should go in that fight as a favorite, because Jaron Boots Ennis is and will be and should be the favorite if that fight is official. But I think Rashidi Ellis could give him some problems. Dude got power, got speed, athleticism. He confident. He's strong. You saw him at the weigh-in. He was 146. Jaron Ennis came in at a surprisingly 145. I don't know how that dude squeezed down to 145, bro. But he looked like he in shape, like he always do. That let me know that shit, whatever they doing, man, it's working. And he making that weight comfortably. But my point was, though, Rashidi Ellis, you see what he looked like at the weigh-in, but when you see him in his fights, bro, he be big. Dude be big now. You know what I'm saying? He be looking strong. So I don't think he gonna be somebody that Jaron Ennis just gonna be able to just like push over and just do whatever he want with. That's gonna be a real fight, bro. That's gonna be a real fight. Shout out to the brother Dave's Kate all day in the building. What's good, man? I appreciate you for pulling up. Shout out to the brother Kenneth Wilkins in the building. What's good? Said putting everybody on notice against a guy moving up and was a plus 1100 underdog versus Cobra. Look, I'll say this. I think it should be mentioned that Luis Garcia is coming up in weight, but he's not a small guy. He's not like I don't think it's the same as like a Gary Russell Jr. coming up to 135. You dig what I'm saying? Dude is like 5'9", coming off two of the best wins of his career. He had a fight of the year caliber type of year last year. He's, Tank Davis is fighting this guy coming off his best victories. And he's undefeated. Great amateur background, very experienced fighter. He's older. He's more seasoned than Tank. He's not more experienced than Tank at this level, but he's still a very seasoned fighter. So I think it would be a statement if he can go out there and just obliterate this guy. Because keep in mind, Chris Colbert, I think instead of maybe taken away from what he did versus Chris Colbert being an underdog. I think you should actually give him credit for that because he was the underdog. He went in and let his nuts hang and got the victory. So a guy like that you can't sleep on. So I believe Tank Davis can make a statement with this dude. Now, I'm not saying it ain't the same as him beating a Devin Haney or nothing, but it's a really good win if he can go out there and beat him in dominant fashion. It's a really good win. Said, did any of the fights start yet? Not the main card, the preliminary fights. So one of the brothers said Jaleel Hackett fought already. I know Anthony Peterson is supposed to fight tonight, and I don't know if he fought yet. You did what I'm saying, but I'm ready for the main card. Demetrius Andre opening up. I don't really know too much about Desmond Edwards. I don't know too much about him. I know he's experienced, but I'll be honest with y'all. As far as like the opponents for the first three fighters, Rashidi, Ellis, Boots, and Andre, I want to see a showcase. I want to see these guys go out there and let their skills show. You feel me? Go out there and make statements. That's what I want to see. I think the actual competition is going to come from the main event, at least for the first 6 rounds, the first 5 or 6 rounds. I'm hoping that I do get a surprise, though. Maybe this dude that Boots is fighting, Karen, because I watched a couple of his fights, and I really wasn't impressed. I think stylistically, this Karen dude, he don't really fight like the typical Russian. You know what I'm saying? He got a little bit more, I don't know, he a little bit more finesse. He's not just downhill, throwing punches with power, got a great chin. He's not like that. You know what I'm saying? He's more so a finesse, a mover. He's a counter puncher. I think he weighed a little bit too much, and a guy like Ennis is going to get on his ass. But I'm hoping that I get a surprise. Shout out to the queen, Simply Amira J in the building. What's good? Appreciate you for pulling up. Appreciate you. Yeah, I had to pull up and go live, man, and chop it up with y'all, man. Kind of get y'all ideas and thoughts on what we're expecting tonight for the fights. Shout out to the brother Ray Jackson in the building. What's good? Said, did you hear about Virgil versus Stanionis got postponed? I didn't hear about that. That's unfortunate, bro. I didn't know that fight got postponed. I knew it was supposed to happen like March, right? And it's supposed to happen out here in Texas. I was actually planning on going to that fight, so hopefully we get a date real soon. Shout out to the queen, Simply Amira J, in the super chat, coming through and showing your boy love. She said, Happy New Year. Today about to be epic. Great way to start the year off with Tank and Boots. I agree 100%. This is a really good card, man. I don't think a lot of people talking about the card because the opponents that these 4 supremely talented, undefeated fighters are facing tonight, they're not super known guys, but the fact that you get this level of talent on one card, like Andre, Ellis, Boots, Tank, it's guaranteed fireworks. It's guaranteed like Showtime caliber, fights. You gonna get a showcase. But I'm hoping that there's a surprise in between that. Maybe this guy that Rashidi Ellis is fighting, kind of push him a little bit, make him show something that we ain't seen. I know it's wishful thinking, but this Karen dude that Jaron Boost Ennis is fighting, I'm hoping that he bring something out of Boost that we ain't seen before. I'm not expecting him to really be competitive, but what I want to see is, take Boost past the 6th round. I think the good thing about this matchup with Boots and Karen is that this dude is he's not your traditional come forward fighter. He's a mover, he's a boxer, so maybe he can survive. Maybe he can take him past 6 rounds. Maybe he can use his lateral movement, use his footwork, use his jab, be able to escape and evade. That's what I'm hoping. You know what I'm saying? And then this will give us an idea of what Boots looks like in the late rounds. What it looks like when he has to, stalk a guy, cut the ring off and walk him down. That's what I want to see. I think in the next fight, if Boots and Rashidi Ellis get past their respective opponents tonight, I think we would actually see that in the next fight. What these guys look like under adversity. You know what I'm saying? So tonight, I'm just expecting a showcase. I'm expecting, these guys to put on their best shows. I'm expecting hand speed, power, combinations. All eyes, and this is a great opportunity for each fighter. I want to see what Demetrius Andrade do. He been calling out Jamal Charlo. That fight should happen next. We got shout out to the brother John Kramer, said Boots weigh in very light at 145. Yeah, I just said that, bro. Like, that was surprising to me. I'm like, damn, dude, one of the biggest welterweights in the division. How the hell he get down to 145? But that let me know that he making the weight comfortably. Whatever they doing is working. Shout out to the brother Left Hook 55. He said, I got Hector for the upset. I got that gut feeling. I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad. Like I said, bro, Hector Garcia is a good fighter, man. He a good fighter. Do I see him beating Tank Davis? No, I don't. But he's a really good fighter. Shout out to my brother D Luckett in the building, man. What's good? Appreciate you for pulling up. What's good? I'm not expecting this guy to beat Tank Davis by any stretch of the imagination, but I do believe that he is a credible guy. I think he can be tougher than Ryan Garcia. I really do. Even though he's not a true, he's just now coming up to lightweight. I think he might be able to give Tank a couple of looks. And from what I heard Coach Calvin Ford say in the All Access, they're planning to just try to get Garcia frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Get Garcia frustrated and get him up out that patient, because I think he's going to come in real patient and try to pick his shots. I think Tank and them want to get him up out of that and make him more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Run him into a shot. That's what they want. They were real clear about that. Nah, we want to use this guy's aggression against him. Make him, run him into a shot. So it's going to be interesting to see if Garcia, is he going to stick to his game plan, be patient, try to pick his shots, make Tank box, try to keep the fight in the middle of the ring, see if he can stay away from those big lefts. Tank can throw every punch. He can lead with every punch and he can counter with every punch. That's what's dangerous about him. Said at this bar just saying you was on. Man, I appreciate you, bro. Hope you're enjoying yourself, man. I hope everybody, so far in this new year 2023, man, I hope y'all bring it in, with good health, and happiness. You feel me? Enjoying y'all selves, man. Big facts. Said Boo Boo Andre opponents talking KO. What you think? Shit, I like it. He looked real serious. Edwards looked real serious at the weigh-in, bro. I can't say that I've watched a lot of film on this guy, but he looked like he's serious. He looked like he's serious. So we gonna see. And I like the fact that Andrade is not using his age as some type of cop-out now. I saw an interview with him on Fight Hub TV, and they was talking about, how he's had these unfortunate situations where he hadn't really got a lot of opportunities. And he's up in, 34, 35 years old now. But dude was like, shit. He asked him, do you feel like your age? Are you worried about age? And he asked him, he was like, shit, do you feel like you losing something in your age right now? He said, well, shit, what you think about me then? I'm good. And I saw Andrade at the weigh-in. He looked like he in phenomenal shape. So I like the fact that he ain't making no excuses about none of that shit. He came over to PBC because he want the smoke. So I think he's looking for that second win in his career to really be able to now finally get to this level to fight the top competition and really show what he got. So, and he ain't took a lot of damage in his career. So I think Andre is serious, man. I think he's serious. That might actually be the most competitive fight of the night. The first fight, Andre versus Edwards, that might be the most competitive fight of the night. Shout out to my brother Ricky Williams in the building. What's good, man? Shout out to my brother. He said, Garcia too predictable. Tank the best at picking up on patterns. Garcia better be careful. I agree. I agree 100%, bro. I agree 100%. You know, that's how he got dropped in that last fight. You know, being too predictable. He gonna have to switch it up, but I think they gonna come in with. I think they gonna have a good game plan, but where I'm seeing Garcia failing at is that when the fight gets past the 5th round, when it gets past the 6th round, when that fatigue starts setting in, when the pressure of what's standing in front of you starts to set in, and the fact that he ain't been here before, he haven't been on this level. Yeah, he had a great 2022. He had a Fighter of the Year worthy 2022, but he ain't been here before. He ain't been on this stage before. Tank been here. And I think Tank gonna take full advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Garcia strikes me as a guy who is calm, cool, and collected, but we'll see how his temperament is once the fight, if it does get past the 5th and the 6th, when all that attrition start to set in. We gonna see. We gonna see. But I think, which fight do y'all think is gonna be the most competitive fight of the night? Which fight y'all think gonna be the most competitive? I'm thinking it's gonna be the first fight, man. Demetrius Andrade and Edwards. I haven't seen too much of Rashidi's opponent. I did get a chance to watch some film on Karen and Damon Edwards, but I haven't seen much on Rashidi's opponent, so I don't really know what he bringing. I will say this, just I know everybody likes to look at body language and, you know, when it comes to face-offs and at the weigh-in, I ain't gonna lie. Rashidi looked like I think old dude seen something in Rashidi's eyes where he like, nah, he finna get on my ass. You feel me? I think he looked at Rashidi and realized like he finna be in there with a dog. That's just the energy that I got. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy that I got. So I'm just hoping we get a surprise on a card full of showcase fights. I'm hoping we get a good surprise. She said, should Boost fight Ellis next? I think so. I think so. I definitely think that should be the next fight. If Ellis win in great fashion and he don't get into a situation where he get hurt or get dropped or it's a controversial victory or something like that, same with Boots. If both of them have dominant victories, I believe that they should fight next. You already know if there's any type of controversy, they gonna be like, you know what, man, say I need to get me a tune up or something to that effect. Shout out to the brother Dead Game Boxing in the building. What's good? Said he brings that fire. He coming to KO Ellis. I would love to see him actually like be competitive. That's what I want to see. When I saw him at the weigh-in though, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It looked like Ellis had like a Shakur Stevenson type of energy. You feel me? Like it was serious, but it was playful but serious. Like, you feel me? Like, yeah, I know I'm gonna whoop your ass type shit. Oh, dude, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to see. I haven't watched too much of him. Said he too moody. Like Boo said, yeah. Yeah, no, I think in that exchange, I feel like Jaron Ennis definitely kind of got up under his skin. It's kind of hard for Ellis. It was kind of hard for Ellis to win that exchange though, because it's a fact that they offered him the fight. So, and he admitted that for whatever reason, money, whatever it was, I wasn't ready. Whatever it was, he didn't accept. So it's kind of hard for you to win that exchange when you had an opportunity that the fight could have been tonight. So it's kind of hard for you to win that exchange. But I will say this though. I'm a give Rashidi Ellis a little grace because he's an undefeated fighter just like Boots. got a high upside just like Boots. You know, it's levels to this shit, right? But he looking at himself like, okay, hey, this another undefeated guy. We both, you know, we can both make money in this sport. Hey, y'all gotta come correct, man. You know, don't just offer me no bullshit to fight a great fighter like Boots. So I think they gonna revisit that fight, make sure both guys are, you know, properly compensated, and hopefully they can get it done. Shout out to the brother MJ's Total Health and Wellness Enrichment in the building. What's good, man? I appreciate you for pulling up. Shout out to the brother Dash 333 in the building. What's good? Said bullshit. Rashidi, the one who got emotion. Said and if he don't fight Boots next, he gonna look like a duck. Facts. If Jaron Ennis aggressively, and I believe he will, because he's gonna realize that Errol Spence is fighting in April, and it's most likely gonna be, it ain't gonna be Boots Ennis next. We know that. It's most likely gonna be a Keith Thurman, wishfully thinking it'll be Terence Crawford, but who knows, right? So he has to get another fight, and I know Boots want to be active. So I believe Boots Ennis will aggressively call out Rashidi Ellis after his fight tonight. And if that fight don't happen, I think we'll all know why it didn't happen. Shout out to the brother Jacino6 in the building. What's good? Said, man, Rivera and Frank fought. They should fight too. Facts. I agree. 100%. I agree 100%. I'm looking from the lens of Rashidi Ellis, though. He probably thinking like, okay, yeah, I'll fight him. Just like he said at the press conference the other day, he said, I'll fight him, but hey man, make sure y'all sprinkle a little bit of sauce on that check though. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get in there with a monster. I'm a monster. You know, we both undefeated. You feel me? We both got a high upside. Man, hey, sprinkle a little something on there, make it a little nice for me. I think that's all Rashidi Ellis saying. I believe he'll fight him. And I think Rashidi Ellis got a little dog in him. I ain't gonna lie. I think he got a little dog in him. Said, if Ellis lose tonight, then it's time. Hold on, said, if Ellis lose tonight, then it's time to fight Spence Jr. or too soon. I don't think it's too soon for Boots at all. I think all of them ready right now. I think Boots ready to fight Errol. He ready to fight Terence Crawford. He ready to fight Keith Thurman. He ready right now. The question is, what timeline is Errol Spence and Terence Crawford and them on? They looking at, they trying, at least I know Errol Spence, he trying to become undisputed. You know what I'm saying? He on a certain path to where, okay, this shit gotta make sense. You feel me? It gotta make sense. If I got a Keith Thurman fight, now mind you, keep in mind, I think Errol Spence gonna fight. Remember, I posted on the community. That fight gonna happen at 154. I wouldn't be extremely surprised if Errol Spence said, fuck it, at the end of this year and fought Boots at 47. But I believe that fight happens at 154. You know what I'm saying? You got to consider, Errol Spence is only at this weight division for one reason. He's not trying to stick around at 147 no longer than he have to be. And if he gonna have one or two more fights here, I believe it's gonna be Terence Crawford, Keith Thurman, one or the other or both. Why? Think about it. If you come to Errol Spence with the opportunity and you say, all right, you can fight Boots, but of course you're gonna have to carry everything, and we gonna pay you a cool, to fight Boots, we gonna pay you a cool, we're gonna pay you a cool $3 million to fight Boots. But if you fight Keith Thurman, you get $10 million. We'll pay you a cool 2.5 or 3 million to fight Boots. But if you fight Terence Crawford, you get 15 million, 20 million. Y'all think about that. Think about it. And Boots is probably a tougher fight than both of them. So it gotta make sense. When you at the I saw an interview with Sean Porter talking about where Errol Spence at right now compared to where Boots Ennis is, and looking in hindsight, when Errol Spence was in this a similar situation coming up, you got to look at a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence on another level. This man unified champion right now. You feel me? Unified champion, on the brink of undisputed. Top 3 pound for pound. I have him number 2 right now. Number 2. He in the top 3 on my list. So it got to make sense, right? Shout out to the brother D Savage in the building. What's good? If I ain't already shouted you out, man, I appreciate you for pulling up. And make sure y'all hit that like button when you slide through. Said Bud is not fighting EJ. It ain't looking like he is, bro, and that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, bro, because I did have, and I still do have, a lot of respect for Terence Crawford, man, just because of his abilities. Great fighter. But, man, he just keep moving shakier and shakier, bro. You feel me? Shout out to the brother Ultraman in the building. What's good? Said, hey, contender, finally caught you live. Man, I appreciate you for pulling up, man. Glad you was able to make it. Said, if Crawford not fighting EJ, he better fight Boots and don't duck. Said, and don't duck the gatekeeper, that WBO belt. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all like this. And I've been wanting to ask y'all this because I can actually see Terence Crawford moving up to 154. I can see Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. I think here's a likely scenario that y'all probably won't be too fond of. And me, myself, y'all know what I preach here on Contender Regime Boxing. Undisputed. I want to see one face, one name, one champion, undisputed at every weight class. I want to see the best fight the best, right? So with that being said, I'm also a realist. And the way Bud been moving, the way he been prolonging this shit, the fact that Errol Spence said that, bro, I only got 1 or 2 more fights in this division, right? So I can see Errol Spence, if he can't get Terence Crawford next, I can see him fighting Keith Thurman for a $10 million payday for his last fight at 47. And I can see him going up to 154 and bringing Terence Crawford ass up there and having a fight at 54. I think the fight still happens. I think it can still happen at 54. If you hear Terence Crawford, he's not talking retirement at all. And he's very open to going to 154. So I can see the Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight happening at 154. Shout out to the brother Mike Jones in the building. What's good? Said, where you been, homie? Salute, man. Hey, I've been moving and grooving, man. But, I pop up on y'all. You feel me? I pop up on y'all every now and then, man. And, talk my shit, man. And chop it up with y'all boys, man. I appreciate you for pulling up. Shout out to the brother Ultraman in the super chat coming through and showing love. He said, for what you do, brother. I appreciate that, dog. Salute. I appreciate that. Shout out to the brother Timothy Reese in the building. What's good? Said, Crawford is number 1 pound for pound, fool. Hey, man, you can have that argument. You can have that argument. Shout out to the brother T Word in the building. What's good, man? Appreciate you for pulling up. Say, how long you streaming? Man, I'm just casually chopping it up with y'all, man. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here, man, but we definitely can vibe and have a conversation, man, and talk about these fights. Talk about what's going on in the sport of boxing right now. But I believe Terence Crawford will be going up to 154. I don't know how serious he is about fighting Jermell Charlo, because he ain't shown me that he's very serious about fighting Errol Spence. And you know how I feel about him versus Charlo, bro. I don't think he really got a good chance. I think he get flatlined versus Jermell Charlo at 154. I think it'll be bad. It'll probably be one of the worst decisions that he ever made in his career. You dig what I'm saying? But so I don't really know how serious he is about fighting him, but I do believe that he will go up to 154. And I know Errol after 2023, he will not have another fight at 47. Mark my words, Errol Spence will not have another fight at 47 beyond this year. Mark my words. He won't have another fight at 147 beyond this year. So whatever is going to happen at 47 for Undisputed, whether it's Keith Thurman, Terence Crawford, whatever is going to happen at 47 is going to happen this year. He won't be in this division for another year. I'm telling y'all that right now. Shout out to the brother Mook Supreme in the building. What's good? Said you got to post more contender. Your channel should be bigger. Man, I appreciate you, dog. Look, I try to do what I can, man. See, this is what I do. I try not to like talk about a lot of bullshit. You feel me? Like I try not to talk about just a lot of like drama, bullshit, miscellaneous shit. You feel me? I try to keep it on quality over quantity, man. I try to keep it talking about like real shit that y'all care about, real boxing, real shit that's going on. You feel what I'm saying? So I could definitely up that more. And I hear you, brother. I got you. You know, but I try not to give y'all a whole lot of filler shit. You feel me? I try to give y'all like real, you know, real quality shit. You know, real conversations. Shout out to the brother Jay Einstein in the building. What's good? Let me see. Who else? Shout out to my brother Gregory Harper in the building. What's good, man? Appreciate you for pulling up. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Shout out to my brother Alamane Cruz in the building. What's good? Appreciate you, brother. Said glad I decided to get on YouTube. Didn't expect you to be on live, man. I appreciate it, dog. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it. She said do a giveaway. I need another hat. Hey, that's a good idea. Said so many people underestimating Jermell against Crawford. I don't know why. Bruh, after seeing how Jermell Charlo performed versus Castano in that second fight, which was one of the most complete performances that I've seen in recent years, bro. That was a complete performance that Jermell put on versus Castano. He showed you everything. And the fact that, you know, after seeing that, bro, people still underestimate. I don't get it, bro. That let me know that shit really ain't about boxing. They got some other energy towards Jermell Charlo. You know, a lot of people feel a certain way about the Charlos and shit. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because, you know, they be confident. They talk a lot of shit. But one thing you can say about Jermell, man, he talk his shit, but he go back it up, though. He go back his shit up. He said, that's Jermell domain. He different. TC gonna do his thing, but Jermell by TKO. Yeah, I could definitely see, like, that's it. To be honest with you, Crawford versus Charlo it's an interesting fight. I just don't see it ending well for Crawford. But as long as it lasts, it'll be interesting. Like, bruh, Bud ain't finna just go in that bitch and just fold and just lay down and shit. That's definitely not gonna be the case. You know, I think he'll get some combinations off. He'll land some shit on Charlo that, you know, sting him a little bit. Not hurt him, but, you know, sting him with a couple of shots. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, have a little flair and here and there and shit like that. But I think ultimately, man, say that jab from Charlo, the left hook, his ability to catch you in between shots. Sometimes he do throw wide winging, looping shots, but I think that shit gonna be something that catch Crawford, because Crawford is known to get hit by overhand rights. He's known to get hit by the jab. He's known to, you know, leave himself open sometimes. You know, Crawford is an incredibly gifted offensive fighter, and when he get in that mode where he just want to throw punches, man, you can get him. And Jermell Charlo is a really good counter puncher. And he don't just counter with, you know, like defensive or like shots that just kind of put you at a stalemate. You know what I'm saying? He counter with real power. Like he counter with shit that'll blow your motherfucking block off. You feel me? Like knock your head smooth off your shoulders type shit. Those are the type of counters that you got coming back. And then you got to factor in the size. You got to factor in the athletic ability of Jermell Charlo. Of course, Terence Crawford is very athletic, but keep in mind, as Terence Crawford continued to move up in weight, we haven't really seen him as mobile as he was at the lower weights. So I see him coming up to 154 and being even more stationary, relying more on his power. Keep in mind, he's a little older too. Jermell Charlo gonna be the younger fighter in that match. Jermell Charlo is younger than Errol Spence. Like, it's a lot of shit you gotta factor in. Jermell Charlo younger than Errol Spence. He gonna be the younger fighter in that match. I think he'll be the more athletic fighter. He'll have a better foot movement. He got the better coach. I don't see Terence Crawford winning that fight, man. You know, I think it'll be an interesting matchup though, because you got 2 pound for pound caliber fighters in the ring. Anytime you got that, bro, it's gonna be great. And it's undisputed on the line if that's the case when they do fight. Said before Bud knocked David Abenizin on his ass, he was getting caught. Yeah. See, that's the interesting thing about Terence Crawford, man. He has this ability to put you in a position to line you up for the perfect shot. You don't see too many fighters with that ability. And his timing is impeccable. You know what I'm saying? And when I say timing, I'm talking about his punch timing, like to be able to time a guy and line him up for the right shot and just timing, like punch timing. That's great too. But also his timing, like within a fight. Whenever shit starts seeming like it's getting out of hand, it's like he know how to turn that shit on and tip the scale back to his favor. When shit start getting rocky and rough, he know how to tip that shit right back to his favor. But that's why I always talk about him never really being in a ring with another fighter who can turn that switch too. That's the difference. That's the difference between everybody else he fought and a Errol Spence. That's the difference between everybody else he fought and a Jermell Charlo. I could say that about Boost Ennis, but we ain't seen that shit yet. So I'm going to reserve that opinion, but I think he got it too. A motherfucker that can just, that when you rise up to a level, they can rise up and meet you at that level. And then what happens when, Crawford decides to turn it on and he land that perfect kill shot that normally knocked everybody else out. But Errol Spence, he's still standing. Jermell Charlo, he take that shit and give you one back. Now what you gonna do? Now you gotta fight. Now that shit finna get real in this motherfucker now. You feel me? So that's the difference. That's why I really want to see Terence Crawford at that level. I hope they can get their shit together, man. And whether it's Errol Spence, whether it's Jermell Charlo, whether it's Jaron Boost Ennis, I have to see it, bro. I have to see it. I'll be honest, man. Even Terence Crawford versus Keith Thurman, and we all know Keith Thurman ain't, he ain't the threat that he once was. But I think even he has a level of intensity that Terence Crawford really haven't seen yet. And that's if Keith Thurman ain't on some retirement shit, because when Bud fought Sean Porter, he was on this retirement shit. You feel me? So, but I wouldn't put no type of confidence or none of that in Keith Thurman. Said, I don't think moving up to 154 at his age is smart. I can see that. Because you're going to be in there with bigger guys. I think for Terence Crawford, the move to 154 is more of a money move. He's not a very big welterweight, but he get the 154. I think he'll be size-wise, he going to be small. He going to be smaller than most of the guys like Tony Harrison, Jermell Charlo. He definitely going to be smaller than most of the guys there. Sebastian Fundora, Errol Spence, when Errol Spence up there, Boots when he go up there, Virgil Ortiz. He definitely going to be smaller than most of the guys, but I think size-wise, he'll be okay. With his skill set and his ability, he'll be okay. If he haven't lost too much over the next couple of years, as far as like athleticism, fast twitch muscle, stuff like that, I think he'll be okay. It just depends. He gonna have to pick his matchups real carefully though. Like I said, I just don't see him beating a Jamel Charlo. I don't see him beating. I think the fight with Errol Spence is 50-50. I think either of them can win that fight, but I heavily favor Errol Spence stylistically. Not just saying that, oh, this guy just this much better than. No, stylistically, I like Errol Spence's style over Terence Crawford's style in that particular match. And if they go to 154, it make me want to pick Errol Spence even more. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence already the bigger guy. He gonna be even bigger and stronger. And his stamina and endurance is already on 10. That shit gonna go up. When you go up in weight and you have less weight to cut, you stronger. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be stronger on fight night. You're gonna have, most guys have more power when they go up. It's not the case for everybody, but I think Errol Spence I think he'll have a little bit more pop on his punches. Not, you look at him now, he breaking motherfuckers' face, breaking orbital bones and shit, breaking ribs, putting boys in the hospital on a consistent basis. You know what I'm saying? So imagine when he go up to 154, man, and he able to save, a few more pounds. I think that endurance and that conditioning is gonna be even more effective at 154. I think him being physically imposing versus guys, now of course, he gonna be in there with bigger guys too. Just talking about Terence Crawford, I like that. I like Errol Spence even more at 54. And I think that's probably, if they don't fight this year, that's where the fight gonna happen. If it does happen, it's gonna be at 54. But I think Errol Spence gonna have a challenge versus other guys at 154, like true 54 pounders. Like if he was to fight a Tony Harrison, that's a tough fight for Errol Spence. If he was to fight somebody, I think the Brian Castano fight gotta happen because Castano beat him in the amateurs. That gotta happen. I gotta see Errol Spence versus Erickson Lubin. Great fight at 54. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of fight. I gotta see Errol versus Sebastian Fundora. Great fight at 54. Great fight. Great fight. Said, shout out to the brother Kenneth Wilkins in the building. Said, Bud versus Danny. Yes. That's a good look. If Terence Crawford go up to 154, he can't make the mistake of biting off too much more than he can chew. What the brother just said about Terence Crawford facing Danny Garcia at 54, that's a good matchup to get yourself acclimated to the division. Even though Danny Garcia isn't a true 154 pounder, he's had a fight there. He settled into the division. They got history. Danny Garcia beat him in the amateurs. Terence Crawford beat Danny Garcia in the amateurs. That's a tiebreaker. That's a fight you can sell. I believe Terence Crawford serious about going to 54, y'all. I believe it. Said Boots versus Thurman need to happen. I would love to see that, but they gonna have to pay Thurman out his ass for him to take that fight. I already know it. I think, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I think Keith Thurman will ask for more money to fight Boots than Errol Spence would. And that's crazy. Because Errol Spence could actually command and demand that type of money. But Keith Thurman, knowing damn well he not moving units like that. We saw what your numbers was versus Barrios. I think Thurman would ask for he'll ask for way more money than what Earl asked for. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I think Earl will be fair. Earl going to make him pay me what I'm valued at. You know what I'm saying? And he'll take it. Just pay me what I'm valued at. If they was going to pay Errol Spence the same money to fight Boots that they'll pay him to fight Thurman, he'll take that fight right now. If they were going to pay him the same money to fight Terence Crawford that they going to pay him to fight Boots, he'll take that fight right now. That's what he worth. So that's what it's going to come down to. But I believe that, like I posted in the community, I said early 2024, or no, late 2024, early 2025, I can see Boots, Ennis, and Errol Spence happening at 154. I think Boo's gonna become a champion at 47. Earl gonna have a belt at 54, and Boost is gonna move up for his second division championship. That's what I see happening. Shout out to the brother Wrinkle Brian. Wrinkle Brain in the building. He said people give Bud too much credit at 54. He would only take C-level fighters. You not wrong, bro, because I'm glad you brought that up. You not wrong, because if we look at his track record, who's to say that he won't go to 154 and do the exact same thing? I heard Jaron Boost Ennis say in an interview recently that him and Terence Crawford been fighting the same competition. Let's look at it. Just look at it at welterweight. Can we agree that Terence Crawford has been fighting like similar guys to Jaron Ennis? I would even go as far as to say like Virgil Ortiz. Like they fighting the same competition. Boo said, look, he fighting the same guys I'm fighting. Remember, Boost was supposed to fight Abenesian. That was Abenesian didn't want no smoke with Boots. They fighting the same guys. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at Errol Spence, it's a notch up. It's just another level. He wasn't wrong when he said that. So who's to say that Terence Crawford, when he go to 154, he won't continue to do the same thing? But in my opinion, it ain't worth it to move up if you're not going to go after the top guys. And what make it even harder for him to maneuver like that is that it's only one champion at 54, Jermell Charlo. So you move up there and you start talking about you want a title. It's only one man that you can go see to get that. And then outside of him, it's only one big money fight. The big money fight, Errol Spence Jr. Shout out to the brother Mac J88 in the building. What's good? Said that would be dope if EJ and Bud are in attendance for this fight. I believe they will be. Well, I know Earl gonna be there. I know for sure Errol Spence will be at the fight. I know Derek James is there. I believe Frank Martin and Errol Spence, I believe they will be there. Terence Crawford, I don't know. Last time I checked, I think he was like on vacation or something. Shout out to the brother Joseph Ellis in the building. What's good? Said Crawford been calling out Charlo for about 6 months, but we got to think about it. It's one thing to call guys out, but then it's another thing to like actively be trying to make the fight. Like I've heard, Pimp C once said, he said this one time, motherfuckers, talk shit from a safe place. Motherfuckers like to talk shit from a safe place. Now you at 47. You ain't declared yourself as a 154 pounder yet. You got the WBO belt. You have a direct line to position yourself as a WBO mandatory for Jermell Charlo when you move up as the current WBO champion at 147. How serious is he about fighting Jermell Charlo, or is this all about just some macho shit, right? Or trying to get at Errol Spence because he don't want to face the man that's right in front of him, but you want to holler at his homeboy, and talk shit to him, knowing that this man undisputed. He got, he got shit going on. Jermell Charlo got motion at 54 right now. He the man at 154 right now. One of the most dominant fighters in the sport. So how effective or how genuine is Terence Crawford going on Twitter, saying what he's saying about Jermell Charlo when he ain't even really made the proper steps to fight Errol Spence yet? A man that's in his division, a man that holds 3 of the 4 titles, the only other champion in the division, and he ain't even showing no aggressive moves to fight him. So how genuine is a call out of Jermell Charlo from this safe place. How genuine is that? You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that he's afraid of anything, but at least fight Errol Spence first and let me know that you. If Terence Crawford really fight Errol Spence, then I would be like, okay, maybe he will fight Jamil. But you gotta fight Errol first, though. Like, you gotta show me you serious about fighting Errol Spence. Said Bud not looking for the big fish. He's somewhere safe. Facts. Facts. Yeah, I don't Joseph Ellis, I don't think he's scared of nothing like that, I just think, he got some confusion going on. He don't know what he want to do. You got this man standing right in front of you who, if you beat him, you will become the first male fighter in the 4-belt era to be undisputed in 2 weight classes. The only one. The only other one that did it in the 3-belt era was Evander Holyfield, male boxers. We know what Clarissa Shields been doing. She been going crazy. 3-time undisputed in 3 different weight classes. Forget about it, right? But as a male fighter, he would be the first in the 4-belt era to be undisputed in 2 weight classes. That's a golden opportunity right there in front of him. And I don't see him being serious about it, man. So I can't really, him calling out Jamil Charlo, it's like child's play to me. I'm like, okay. It's like a little kid tugging on their daddy leg, you know what I'm saying? Like, daddy, play with me. Please, play with me, daddy, please. Come on, man, it's child's play. Said, shout out to the brother Adrian in the building. What's good? Said Crawford doesn't even want to fight Virgil Ortiz. He could have got Virgil out the way. I agree. And that's another situation. Like, I don't think he's afraid of these guys, bro. But I think Terence Crawford, I think he's apprehensive about putting himself in a position where he could possibly lose. Now, there's a difference between being afraid of the man and then being afraid of the outcome. You know what I'm saying? I think he don't want to put himself in a position of where, damn, my fans think I'm this boogeyman. My fans think I'm this guy who everybody ducking. And then if I finally get in there with a motherfucker who got that smoke for me and I lose, damn, everything is gone. Everything, this whole image I built up is gone. Now I got an answer to that. All this shit I've been talking is over with. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel, bro. That's how I feel Terence Crawford. That's why I think he moving how he moved. That's why he was moving so safe at Top Rank. They built him up 39-0, put him in this position where, he looks like this unbeatable, unstoppable force. But, that's the Top Rank plan, though. That's what they do. And I think Terence Crawford is just carrying out what he's been taught, what he know. That's how he was moved and how the matchmakers did him at Top Rank. So he just continuing on that shit. Okay, shit. If I was still with Top Rank, I'll be fighting a David Avenesian type motherfucker right now. Why wouldn't I fight David Avenesian? I just fought 30 of them motherfuckers when I was with Top Rank. Why wouldn't I keep doing that? And they was paying me a guaranteed $3 million. Shout out to the brother Corey Parker in the building. What's good? He definitely don't want to lose to Errol. That's a big one. He definitely don't want to lose to Errol. He definitely don't want that. Because that shit gonna crush everything for him. I don't think he's afraid of the man Errol Spence. He's afraid of what happens after he lose. You know what I'm saying? Is the people still gonna love me, man? Is the people still gonna love me? You feel me? Am I still this Hall of Fame fighter that I said I was? Yes, Terence Crawford, you lose to Errol Spence, you still a Hall of Fame fighter. You still a great, if you watching this, Terence Crawford, listen. If you lose to Errol Spence, you still a great fighter, bruh. Like Errol Spence told him, he said, look, 39-1, 38-1, that's still a great record. You still a great fighter. You still Hall of Fame. You still was able to accomplish Undisputed at 140. You still a 3-division champion, bro. Go on and get in there, man. Shout out to the brother, I'm so wave at 535. He said Crawford put paws and feet on Errol Spence. Man, I've been waiting to see it. I've been waiting to see it, bro. Hold up. Hey, y'all read what my boy Mac J88 just said. Hey, my boy said, do I... Hold up, bro. He said, do I still got it? In T.O. voice. Hey, that's fucked up, man. I low-key felt bad for bruh. Like, do I still got it? See, that's something that people don't talk about. And then it don't help. See, you see what I'm doing? I'm being an advocate for the best fighting the best. Because a lot of these fans, bruh, they shit on these fighters when they take a L. Now, if a motherfucker was like going crazy, like Teofimo Lopez, he deserved everything that he got coming to him. I still don't call him by his name. I call him Teofimo. Because that's what Floyd called him when he was doing that interview. And that shit was funny as hell. But look, when you acting like that, bro, you deserve all that shit that's coming to you. But I respect the fighter if they lose, bro. Like, that don't erase all the shit that they did. So what I just said to Terence Crawford, if you listening, bro, you still a great fighter, bro. If you get in there and you lose to Earl, you still great. You still a phenomenal talent. Incredible. I still love to watch you fight. You feel me? Go on and get in there, bro. Because what happens is these fighters, what a lot of people don't talk about, they end up like Teofimo Lopez, bro, when they take that L. They lose that belief in themselves. All that shit that because remember, Lopez and his daddy, bro, they was talking about him like he was just this monster. They get in there and they barely scrape Bob with a victory versus Lomachenko. And now they the big bad, you know what I'm saying? They Floyd Mayweather now. They goddamn $100 million man. We got J-Lo. You a $100 million man now. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker doing backflips in the ring and shit. They talking big shit. Devin Haney, who is that? Why would I fight Devin Haney? He ain't on our level. What happened to the meeting with Bob? You feel me? So they get on this level and they start acting crazy, acting out of character. But then when they take that L though, and they get brought back down to reality, now you got motherfuckers, you know, looking into the cameras like, do I still got it, man? Do I still got it? I thought he was finna cry. And I'm pretty sure when that camera panned off of him, he cried. Tears was dropped. Tears was dropped. I'm telling you, bro. Tears was dropped that night. Do I still got it? And that's what Terence Crawford trying to avoid, bro. He don't want to be in that position where when everybody done left out the locker room, you know what I'm saying? You done got in there and got your ass whooped by Errol Spence. You know, all swole up and shit. You know, fucked up. But you put up a valiant effort. He don't want to be in the locker room after, you know, everybody done came in, pat him on the back, checked on him. Hey, man, hey, champ. Man, hold your head up, champ. You did your thing. You know what I'm saying? You fought good in there, champ. You know, he sitting in there, he in the locker room soaking and shit. And then when everybody leave, you know, and he go in the back to take a shower and all that, and he look in that mirror, and he gotta ask himself, damn, am I really what I thought I was? He don't want to have that moment, bruh. That's what a lot of these fighters, bruh, they don't be scared of the man. They be scared to take that L, bruh. Cause it's a lot of shit that come with it. And it's fucked up that the fans be shitting on them, and that's why a lot of these fighters don't be want to risk they owe. Cause they know social media gonna kill them. They gonna wake up in the morning. Shit, fuck waking up in the morning. Immediately after the fight, they gonna have DMs and ats of fans, you know, sending memes. Don't let you get knocked out and it look crazy. You out there looking sloppy like Rolly was. You know what I'm saying? Rolly woke up to memes and shit. With the you know, Martin when he fought Tommy Hearns, he got memes in his DMs and his at box and shit like that. Motherfuckers talking crazy. You done put your whole life on the line for this boxing shit, and then you take a L and shit. Everybody turn on you. That's why these dudes don't be wanting to take no L's, bro. That's why I respect these, you know, certain guys like a Errol Spence. You feel me? Or Jamel Charlo that put it all on the line. You feel me? Deontay Wilder put it all on the line. Whatever it's gonna be, I take a L, I get right back in that bitch. What's good? I still want the smoke. Put it all on the line. I like fighters like that, bro. Cause that showed me they got a very high level of mental fortitude. Said, I'm waiting for Spence or Crawford to accept a fight with Boots Ennis. At 154, that's where it's gonna happen at. It ain't gonna be at 47, bro. If I'm Jaron Boots Ennis, I'm after Rashidi Ellis. I'm after Virgil Ortiz. I'm after Imantas Stanionis. You know what I'm saying? I'm after them guys. If you want to be realistic. Said Tio Lopez got sabotaged by his dad for trying to put it on his shoulders. Yeah. Said Tio acting like Ortiz after Maidana whipped his ass. Real talk. Said you can't question yourself like that in public because them wolves is watching and they smell weakness. Facts. Facts. They smell that. They sense that. Hold on. Caught me on live. We're good. I'm almost done. But yeah, you feel me? They sense that, bro. You can't question yourself like that in public. You dig what I'm saying? You can't question yourself like that because they sense that. You hear Regis Prograis talking crazy, talking greasy. Soon as he seen that shit on camera, he like, yeah, I want Teofimo Lopez next. I want him next. Said Rolly was beating Tank. Nah, he said, that's facts. He just overcommitted. He wasn't beating Tank, bruh. He was having a little bit of success with the jab and coming forward, but he wasn't beating Tank. He wasn't really landing nothing. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really landing nothing like that. Shout out to the brother John Henry in the building. What's good? Said T.O. acting like Ortiz. Oh, I already read that. Said Stanionis Virgil fight got canceled this evening. Hopefully they put it, hopefully that fight is not any further than May. Because I believe they were supposed to be doing it in March. Shout out to my brother Big Mike, Real Talk TV in the building. What's good? Said what fight was he watching? Yeah, bruh. Ain't no way Tank, ain't no way Rolly was winning that fight, bro. You tweaking. Ain't no way. He wasn't landing shit. See, that's another thing. See, we gotta stop using the fact that a fighter, that an opponent is having a little bit of success and equating that to them winning. The same shit happened when Tank fought Isaac Cruz. Yeah, he was having success, but come on, bro. Y'all know he ain't winning that fight. He had some success, but he ain't winning the fight. Come on now. Yeah, said, why do people confuse having more success than expected with winning? Facts. 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 You feel what I'm saying? But look, make sure if y'all haven't already checked the final prediction, make sure you watch the final prediction before the fight. Just in case y'all betting anything, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all peep the prediction for tonight's fight, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Hector Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I gave a thorough breakdown of the fight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to get ready and, you know, head to my folks' crib and get ready to watch the fight, man. I'm excited. You know, I think Tank Davis is going to put on a show tonight. I think Jaron Boost Ennis is going to put on a show. I'm expecting Rashidi Ellis to make a statement. And I believe that Demetrius Andrade is going to be in the most competitive fight on this card tonight. So I'm expecting a showcase from all these guys, man. But y'all make sure y'all tune in and stand by, because I might do a post-fight reaction. I might go live, you know what I'm saying, for the tank reaction. So I'm saying y'all stay tuned on that. But I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Shout out to everybody that came through in the super chat, everybody in the regular chat. I appreciate y'all coming through, interacting, having this conversation. Is always dope. And again, man, continue to have a great 2023. You know what I'm saying? Glad y'all all made it healthy. You feel what I'm saying? So contender regime boxing, I'll holler at y'all, man. Y'all hold it down. I'll talk to y'all later, bro. Stay tuned. I might do a post-fight reaction live, so make sure y'all got y'all notifications on. You feel me? I'm gonna holler at y'all.